this week's Following the Nerd news. We've got lots coming up, so let's just get to it. Now, despite the successful ratings and the strong storyline in episodes, it looks like Starz won't necessarily be renewing Torchwood for another series. Now, before we all get upset about this, it's maybe just a case that Russell Davies doesn't have another story up his sleeve right now. Remember, there were 2 years between Children of Earth and Torchwood, so just turning it out for the sake of it isn't really what we want, and how you end up with things like Stargate. So maybe it's just a matter of wait and see. Next up, it's been confirmed that Kenneth Branagh won't be returning to Thor because of scheduling conflicts. Marvel are insistent that it has to be out in 2013, even though there's no story yet. Remember the good old days when the story was the most important part? Branagh's walking has reportedly been a blow to everyone involved, including Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth, who has publicly admitted to being sad over it all. Branagh made the world of Asgard believable. A lesser director might just struggle, and that would be unfortunate given that the first series was so good. In a move that's the total opposite to that, Paramount have decided to delay the filming of Star Trek II: The Wrath of the Fanboys. Nah, just kidding. Nobody knows the title of that one yet. And that's not going to be until January next year. Now, director J.J. Abrams said it's better to wait for something to be done properly. Take note, Marvel, we still haven't lost that bad taste from Iron Man 2. And although little is known about the Trek's sequel, it's unlikely that we'll see Khan in this one. The original Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is hailed by many as the best Trek of all. It's wise for Abrams to avoid the existing canon. Given the strength of his first movie, there is every reason for him to be able to do his own thing and build his own continuity. And we can't wait to be there. Just to prove that we're not all about Marvel bashing this week, we do admit that we're more than a little giddy after the release of the new Avengers trailer. No, we're not talking about the Captain America film, but the actual trailer which ran at the end of Chris Evans' debut appearance as Steve Rogers. This looks like it's shaping up really well, and hopefully the next Iron Man and Cap films will be devoid of the cynical marketing for the Avengers that stopped their own films being everything that they should. Continuing our release date special, Sucker Punch director Zack Snyder, despite the obvious visual flair, has yet to convince us that Following the Nerd that he's the man to helm Superman, the Man of Steel. And hopefully this isn't why it's been moved from Christmas to September 2013. Studio will no doubt say that it's just to have time to perfect the effects and nothing to do with, taking a trouncing at the box office like Superman Returns did against Pirates of the Caribbean in 2006. We're not for 1 minute suggesting that Warners were concerned about going up against The Hobbit or Bond in the box office. No, not us. 2013 seems to be packing up already, and good Doctor Who fans will already know that it marks the 50th anniversary of everybody's favourite Time Lord. Now, there's other news in that Alistair Reynolds is going to be writing the all-new official adventure called Harvest of Time, and the reason to be extra excited about this is that it's set in the era of the Third Doctor. This is the first official book to tackle any of the previous Doctors since the show came back on air in 2005, and you can read more about that in the links below. Matrix star Carrie-Anne Moss is joining the cast of Chuck to play John Casey's love interest. An interesting development for sure, but no doubt the show would carry on without her. Okay, sorry, I'll leave it. Seriously though, this is another great addition to what we know is the final season of what has become the ultimate nerd love letter. We're also excited by news that Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself, will be in the final series too. At the end of the last season, it was revealed that we have yet to meet the series' big bad, someone who's been controlling the show since the start. Could it be Hamill? Could it be Moss? Who knows? But whatever happens, we can't wait to see it. Since Marvel seemed to be dominating the movie industry and our news this week, some of the biggest news online has been the revealing of Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. Yes, Christopher Nolan's epic Batman legacy draws to a close next summer, and so far, it's all looking bang on target. Played by Tom Hardy, Bane in the comics is the only character to ever actually break Batman, and it looks like he's going to be tough as nails here too. The teaser released last week revealed a tired-looking Batman squaring up to Bane. Now, these new images show Bane standing outside Blackgate Prison on top of a tumbler. And for those who don't know, Blackgate Prison houses Gotham's most dangerous prisoners, and the Tumbler is the vehicle that Bruce Wayne converted into the Batmobile. So it seems like Bane has certainly worked out who Batman is, and like in the comics, he's going to release all of Gotham's vilest to fight him. And I'm sure all the guys can't wait to see Anne Hathaway in a Catwoman suit either. Finally, we've got 2 great trailers to draw your attention to. The first is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. This stars 2 of our favourite almost big-time actors, Reaper's Tyler Labine and Firefly's Alan Tudyk. This looks like a cross between Evil Dead, Deliverance, Bubba Hotep, which is fantastic because they're all top of our pops, so check out that link in the description as well. And finally, George Lucas has revealed a trailer for Red Tails, which is based on the true story of World War II black pilots in the experiment Tuskegee training. The trailer is truly a thing of beauty. It's dynamic, exciting, and full of real acting. No, really? This could be the movie that makes the world remember the man who first brought us Star Wars. And we at Following the Nerd may be Uncle George apologists, but this really does look fantastic. So check that out as well. Well, that's it from me for this week. Keep up to all the other nerd news throughout the week on our Facebook page. The link's in the description, and I will see you all again. Bye. Given the strength of his first movie, there's every reason for him to be able... State Special Sucker Punch director Zack Snyder, despite blah-de-blah.